Hello, my name is Daniel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to implement a binary search JavaScript program by reading a CSV file, contain numbers, and then search on it. Okay, so start from if you follow the directions, about the introduction to algorithms and binary search, so you should get somewhere. Is you get, at least some thorough understanding about the pseudocode. This is basically pseudocode, for the binary search. So basically, the binary search will search a number uh, in a sorted list of numbers. So initially, you said the minimum equal to 1, maximum equal to n, and n is the last element in the list or in the array. Okay, and then you guess the average max a minute. So you actually search the middle in between minima and max, and to see if the number you're finding is larger or not. If it's larger, then you go to the right or half. If it's less, then you go to the less to the left half, and you keep doing this until you find the number you're looking for, or the number actually is not in the list. Okay, so that's basically the idea about the binary search, and the complexity of this binary search is log n. It's a relative fast. Okay, it's faster than linear search. Okay, so let's start with we have this something like reading the files. Okay, so this is the stuff I created, reading the file, and so there's some code right here, the JavaScript, to read the file. Okay, so first I choose the file. So I choose the file I created using Notepad, data.csv. Okay, and you can see that this line is output coming from this line. Okay, this line. So that's the content of the file. So we read it, as a string. Okay, so everything starts from here. So we start our program because we got a file. Okay, content. Okay, so we start here. Okay, so well, first we convert the string, this that results into an array of numbers. So you create a variable, say num array. Okay, so num array is this that results. This is this really a string, right? So we call the split function by comma. So it's comma separated vector. So you can split it out. So after this, the num array is gonna be an array of strings. So those strings are 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, and so forth. Okay. So, but we also need to convert each of the strings into number. So what you can do is you can just call another function called map, and the map will actually pass this number. Number is a function, conversion function, to convert a string to number. So the map will map this function to each of the string in the array. So for example, the map will convert 1 using the number. So it converts the string 1 into number 1. Okay. So altogether, we put the results into the num arrays. So num arrays after this conversion should be an array of numbers. So we can output. So it's a console dot out dot log. So now console dot log num array. Okay. If we do that, okay, save it. Console S, save it, and reload it. Then choose the file data.csv again. So now you can see that it's becoming an array. Earlier it's a string. It's a string, And now it's an array. Array is a square bracket right here that indicate each of the elements inside is an array. And also we already converted to a number, so each of them is also a number. Okay. So we put a mark not mark put a comment. So convert, okay. Convert the CSV string to uh, to array of numbers. Okay, so this comment just telling what what are you doing here? Okay, for yourself to read. It's not a part of the program. It's not a code. It's not statement. It's just comment to tell whoever reading your code have better understanding about what you're doing here. So after we convert that, then we need to call a function, and that function based on something here. Okay, we can follow this naming. Okay, it actually allow you to not allow you actually ask you to complete this. Okay, so we're gonna create a function called do search, and you're gonna receive an array of numbers and the target value, the value you're going to find, with a bunch of local variables, min, max. Okay, and then the your guess and return one. So we can actually use this skeleton. Okay, so we can go ahead implement it at the beginning. So here we just put a comment, say uh, call do search function. Okay, unctn. Okay, and then we'll compare later. So normally I'll define the function before I actually call it, but you can do you can place the function below where you call it in JavaScript. It's okay, but well, normally in most of the programming languages we define the function first and then we call it, not the other way around. That makes sense, but yeah, it's just a better way to do it. So here we define the function or implement define do search function. A function is a programming module you created if you want to call it again and again and again. Okay, so we just call the name, say do search. Okay, and then follow this convention function keyword. Then inside we have array. Okay, or you can say array and then array of something, right? And then target value. Okay, then after that you put this. Okay, so this is your function, and very similar to that is okay, very similar to this. So you need a variable min, max, and remember the index is starting from 0. Okay, and then the max index is array length minus 1. Okay, and the var guess is your first guess. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, and also if the number you're looking for is not in the list, that you return -1. Otherwise you return the index where the target value is located. Okay, so you go ahead, put the var min. Okay, minima we start with 0. Okay, and then maxima we start with the array length. Okay, -1. Okay, array length, let's say the array length is 5, then the index is from 0 to 4, so the maxima is array length -1. And then after that you have a guess. So the guess is the middle value. So the middle value is actually min plus max divided by 2. Okay, and then you're gonna return -1. Okay, if not found. Okay, so return -1 if target value is not found in the array. Okay, and so don't put too many statements at the time, because if you put many statements, if something wrong, it's hard to debug. So we just put something simple here, okay, and then we want to log something, okay, some variable. You can also see the value here, but I'm just want to log guess, okay. So save it and reload it again. Oh, by the way, we need to call it, otherwise it won't be executed. So we just call it. So call, uh, so we say that result equal to result is, to receive the return value from the do search. Okay, do search, and then we pass the array num array target value. Let's say 8. Do we have 8? We do, right? Okay. So save it and reload it, and then choose the file again. Okay, choose the data file. Now you see, okay, we got 3.5, and you can watch the value. Let me see. Okay, we now it's already passed. So let's put a breakpoint here. Okay, and then run the program again, and then choose the data file. So let the program stop there. All right, so the program now stop here. So we now got some values. Okay, we got the local. You can see local here. Okay, so the array is 1 2 3 5 8 seems okay. Okay, at 8 elements. The guess is 3.5. Something not quite right. We don't want the real number. We want the integer number as index. Maximize 7, minimize 0. That's correct because you have 8 elements. So index from starts from 0 to 7. Target value 8, that's correct. So now we need to do something about this division. So this division divided by 2, it becomes 3.5. We want to, either run down or run up. So we can use some you know function, to run down, like a math.floor. Okay. So let's stop. Let's modify it, and we can stop. Okay, we can deactivate the breakpoint, and then we can resume the execution, or we can pause or whatever. So I'm just gonna modify here. Okay, so minimum plus max. So we can do math that floor. Okay, and then after that we just put everything inside this function, save it, and reload, rerun. Okay. So after we rerun, then I choose the CSV file again, and then we see. Okay, now the guess is 3. That's good. Okay, that's very good. So that's what we want, right? So now we can stop this guy and then rerun. Okay, so continue. Yeah, it actually asks you to run again. Okay, so step over. Okay, okay. So seems okay at this point. Okay, so now we go back here. Okay, so and remove this console.log because we pretty much sure this guess is right. Okay, and remember the guess had to do every time. So we need to have a loop over it. So let's create a loop. Okay, so this loop I want to use a while loop. Okay, so this while loop will have some condition. Okay, and then okay, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, okay. So this is the loop, while loop, loop over loop, loop over the middle number, to check. Okay, so we start the condition. Okay, so the condition is the mean have to be less than or equal to max to begin with. less than equal to max. Okay, so that's the first condition. And we can put a variable or something like or found or not found, the kind of thing. Okay, so you mean is less than or equal to max, you doing this. Okay, uh, so this or the index, uh, let's say we put some variable, say the return value or return index. Okay, so initially we set index to -1. Okay, and then if we found the index, then we set it to a value, to a larger than or equal to 0. Okay, so return index equal to negative limits we not found yet. So if not found yet, then we continue going on. Okay, so return index equal to, okay, -1. Okay, if the index is equal to -1, okay, then we continue the loop. Okay, so that the gas so now we can put the intention right here. Okay, so to make sure this is inside the loop. Okay, the first step is that we find the middle value, middle point. Okay, that's guess. Set the middle set the middle index of for guess. Okay, so now here's the guess we have. Okay, so that is right. Okay, so that's the middle guess. Okay, now after that we check if uh, we found the target value in the index. Okay, in the index. Okay, so in the guess. Okay, so the the guess is, wait, the guess is here, right? The guess is this one. So we use if statement to check. Okay, if array, okay, guess, that's the middle point, right? If array guess is let's say array subguess is less than okay, less than the target value. Okay, if that's the case, so what that means is if array guess is less than the target value, that means the target value in the right hand side, right? If it's in the right hand side, then what you have to do is you need to move the left hand side index, which is mean. Okay, mean will be moved because your target is on the right half, so the mean will move to the guess +1. Okay, else uh, if the guess array guess is larger than target, that means target is in the left hand side. Okay, in that case what you have to do is the max had to move to the left, so max is equal to guess -1. Okay, had to be in the left hand side. Okay, and if none of that happened, then you actually got it. So if none of that happened, you actually got it. So what you have to do is you need to assign return return IDX to the index you find, so it's guess. Okay, so that means found it. Okay, so here put say found it. Okay, and once you put the IDX return index to the guess is a value in between 0 and max, then the return index will no longer be -1, so that will break the loop. Okay, so after that, then we know the result will be in the return index, so we just return index, and then we will be done this one. Okay, so now let's save it and reload. Here we okay, let's see, we don't. Okay, so we first okay, choose this guy again. Okay, okay, so now what do I have? The results to search. We need to, oh wow, here we need to get the output. Okay, so console that log result, so it should be the index, either -1 or you found it. So let's choose the file again, data. Okay, now the index is 4 returned. Okay, so let's see the value. Where is the value? Let me see. Oh yeah, here. So we are looking for 8, right? So it's 0 1 2 3 4, so it returned 4. That's right. So this is the case that we found it, right? So let's put 9, so to see if it return -1. Okay, so put 9 and then reload and choose the file again. This had to be, choose the file every time. So return -1. That's okay. Good. Now let's check some values that is either the largest one or smallest one. So let's put 34. So let's find a 34 to see if you find it. Okay, 34. Save it. Okay, and run it again. So now choose the file again. So data here. Okay. So it says 7. 7. Let me see. Is that one 7? Let's double check. So that's a 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That's right. And then check the first one 1. Okay, to see if it's correctly found it. So the first one should return 0. Okay, so let's see, run it and then choose the file again. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it returned 0. So that's good. So everything is working very good. Okay, so that's about writing a JavaScript program to do the binary search. And that's all I have. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.